Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. A great night for baseball ahead on the show. It's the Seattle Mariners taking on the Minnesota Twins. We get a chance to watch one of the hottest bats in the game. He's been huge for his team, Singy.
Yeah, just impressive contact and seems to find every gap available, Boog. I can't wait to see him in action in this one. Practically unstoppable as of late.
Pitch coming at you right after the break. Just about set to go. And on the mound today, Logan Allen. And Singy, it's unique these days, but he's more of a pitch to contact type of guy.
Yeah, Boogie, he doesn't rely too heavily on the strikeout. He knows he needs to miss barrels, get some soft contact, let the defense do work behind him. And I think a guy like that can keep a good tempo, don't give hitters time to adjust or think. They can move through a ball game, and you look up, they're in line for a quality start. We'll see what he's got in this one.
Victor Robles leading things off and takes a strike.
First pitch, 640.
Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. No trouble here, puts it away for the out. And a quick out, number one. Let's take a look at our lineup. A really frustrating showing for them in their last game. Lots of traffic on the bases, but they left a ton of runners on base. Couldn't cash in their chances, Chris.
They had plenty of chances. There's nobody to blame it on but themselves offensively. They just did a poor job converting in those situations. You have to figure out what's your plan going to be. Maybe watch some tape from the last game. Make the adjustment. So if you get those opportunities in this one, you've got a much better chance of scoring some runs.
Donovan Solano, the next to hit, takes outside. And it is 2-1. Ripped to short. On to France. And there's two down.
Batting third, the shortstop, Xavier Edwards.
And now for Seattle, Xavier Edwards. Here's a guy who is one of the best in the business. You're talking about looking for a hit somewhere, and this is a guy you go to. That's through there for a strike.
Well, in this day of analytics, you have to be really good, and you've got to be consistent as well. Otherwise, you're going to be out of the lineup because of the matchup. But, yeah, it's amazing what he can do from both sides of the plate.
And down on strikes. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Nobody left for Seattle. The Twins coming up, no score. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back here with my pal Singy. Now the starting pitcher in this one, Logan Gilbert.
Yeah, and his whip tells you he's been pretty effective this year on the mound. I mean, opposing hitters having a hard time getting on base and then being able to really distract him and do damage in terms of getting around the base path. So they're taking the mound. This is a guy you want out there if you're his teammate, and I expect him to be good in this one.
Harrison Bader, the leadoff batter, as he swings through it for strike one.
You know, but one thing about being a great switch hitter, it's so tough to keep both of your swings sharp. I mean, sometimes it can feel like a long time in between at bats against a lefty or vice versa. You can work on both swings, but there's only so much a guy can do in the batting cage.
Next offering is downstairs. Base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Batting second, the second baseman, Edward.
So up next, Edouard Julien.
It's been a tough stretch for him at the plate under the Mendoza line so far this month.
Gilbert checks over to first, and he's back. That one lifted to left. Arozarena. And it's caught for the out.
Batting third, the shortstop,
Now the lineup for the Twins as constructed by Rocco Baldelli. Singy, this lineup has the benefit of playing behind a great pitching staff. They've got a really low ERA.
Yeah, and, you know, with that said, there's not as much pressure on the offense, but make no mistake about it. Players want to hit the ball hard, and they want to score runs. They want to jog around the bases, hitting the ball over the fence. So regardless of how dominant the staff can be, the attitude is we want to go out there and have some fun with the bat. So we'll see. One big inning in this one, you know, could be all they need, but you'd like to have multiple big innings.
Nope. Carlos Correa in the box with one away as he takes ball one. One of the things with Correa, the impact he makes not just on offense but defense as well. A guy who's won a platinum glove as the best defender in the American League. Probably my favorite note, though, on Carlos Correa. He likes to, before games, go to a regular old batting cage and take BP with his dad. And that is out of play.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
The 1-1.
That's out.
Pretty easy to give up on that pitch right there. Started on the edge of the plate with the spin. You know it's going to finish well off the plate.
The 2-1. And the slider just misses.
3 balls, 1 strike.
Runner, yes,
Bader runs. Swing and a miss. Throw. Save. Struck him out of the front door breaking ball.
Most guys are very aggressive when they see the stakes out there on the base paths and can't understand why he wasn't ready to swing the bat. You've got to be ready to swing the bat in a situation like that with the go-ahead run in scoring position.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. And the batter now, Royce Lewis.
He's been showing off some pop lately. 3 home runs over the last 5 games.
First pitch misses. Man on second, 2 down. Tap foul at the plate. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. That one not close, and the count is even 2-2. In the air, left side, and that'll fall for a base hit. Here comes Bader around third. He'll score easily. It's an RBI single, and it's 1-0.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. That's a ball that a lot of times you'll see the shortstop or left fielder be able to get to if it hangs up in the air long enough. But right there, it just died and found a way to drop in on the green stuff for base hit.
And next for Minnesota, Matt Wallner.
Not getting the results he's wanted at the plate recently. No hits over his last 5 games.
Lewis off of first with 2 away. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away.
Two consecutive base hits for these guys here. Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
Ryan Jeffers at the plate. A little bit low.
Nope, that's
and that's ball 1.
At this point, the clean inning is over. Got to settle in, focus on the hitter, and get out of it with minimal damage.
2 aboard, 2 outs. Breaking ball inside. Ball 2.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
And the slider catches the zone.
Probably the best one we have seen. Throwing it where he wanted to, have a nice tight spin to it, and a teaser just off the edge of the plate.
Traffic on the bases with 1 already in here in the second game of the series. Swing and a drive, deep right field. That one carrying onto the track, and he makes the catch.
Let him know that you the baddest. Let him know that you the baddest.
Second inning set to go. And now it's Julio Rodriguez. I think when you contemplate him as a player, the first thing you think about is defense, and you think about that great arm.
I also think about the speed. If he can get on, that's going to give one more thing for that pitcher to think about.
And that's in there at the knees. Allen, the 6-foot lefty, 26 years old, and he was a 2nd-round pick in 2020. He takes it on his own. 1 up, 1 down.
Batting 5th, the second baseman, Jorge Polanco.
The batter now, Jorge Polanco. And takes low for ball 1. 1 out, bases empty. Popped up to the left, into foul ground. Has room, and he makes the catch.
Got the pitch that he wanted, just a little bit quick. Front shoulder open, backside collapsed a little bit, and the launch angle not where he needed it to be.
Mitch Garver up to hit here. Garver needs just 1 more homer to reach 100 in the big leagues. And the sweeper is off the plate.
I think he wanted that call in the upper part of the zone, but just didn't get it. Now he's just trying to get a better feel for how much it missed so he can adjust his sights just a little bit.
Just missed.
Yeah, and making it to 100 homers would be quite the career accomplishment for him. Out of the more than 20,000 players to take an at-bat in the majors, less than 5% have ever hit 100 dingers.
2 outs, base is empty. A changeup missing. And now 3-1.
3 balls, 1 strike.
There's a swing and a drive. And that is a foul ball. High in the air, out to right. Walner grabs it on the run. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. It's the Twins 1 and the Mariners nothing. Back in Minnesota, bottom of the inning. Now the left fielder, Trevor Larnach.
This is a hitter who takes his game to another level playing at night.
Gilbert back to work. Just missed.
Nasty backdoor slider. There's really nothing you can do with that if you swing at it, so that's a good take by him.
And that's outside.
Outside.
Right through there for a strike.
Looks like he's just sizing him up there. Really good pitch to hit, but he took it all the way. Sometimes guys just want to set their timing later on in the game. That may be a pitch that he turns on.
That one just misses the outside corner. And now it's filled up 3-2. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Three balls, 2 strikes the count. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at-bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the wall. Very gritty.
And now the Minnesota designated hitter, Emmanuel Rodriguez.
Definitely scuffling at the dish lately. Just 1 hit in his last 5 games.
Rodriguez with some struggles at the plate recently, not uncommon for rookies. And that one cutting but missing down low. And another ball.
You know, Boog, at the start of my career, I got only 3 hits in my first month, but I kept at it, and I finished the year hitting 300. I know he's going through it a bit right now, but he's capable of figuring it out.
That one finds the zone. 2-1 now. Out towards right center field. Rodriguez has this one sized up. He's got it. And there's one away.
Batting ninth, the first baseman, Ty France.
And now for the Twins, Ty France. Oh, he doesn't get the call. And it's 1-0. Larnach stands at first with 1 out. Next offering is in for a strike. Gary Simmons has the plate duty in this one.
Well, with Simmons, it's not always your standard strike zone, Boog. It kind of gives a little extra in some parts of the zone and then can be tighter in others. But I think the important thing is he doesn't get labeled as inconsistent. So you got to stay ready up there.
In the air, out towards left center. Hauls it in for the out. Yeah, one of those umpires, you just have to know what to expect, right?
Now
Exactly.
batting, center fielder, Harrison Bader.
So the batting order turns over. And now Harrison Bader. That clips the corner. On the ground, right side, Polanco. And that will end the inning. Twins wind up stranding 1, but they lead it 1-0. On to the 3rd inning, and stepping in for the Mariners, Randy Arozarena. There's a strike.
First pitch strike right there for him. He's going to have to do that consistently if he's going to give any length to his skipper.
On the inside corner for a strike.
I understand you want to try to gauge that guy's fastball, but you also have to be aggressive and ready to hit in your zone. Now you're in a tough spot.
Got him swinging. Made quick work of him right there, Siggy. I know that's the kind of at-bat maybe leaves a lot of fans wondering, what was he doing up there, right?
Yeah, and I get that. I mean, you take 2 straight strikes, then chase one way out of the zone. It's just not a good at-bat. It'll leave you shaking your head as a hitter, if not worse. But there's always going to be those trips to the plate where you're just lost up there, and that was one of them for sure.
And now here is Cade Marlowe.
0-1.
Swing and a ball popped in the air, and it drops in. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Hooked around that pitch on the outside, but he was still able to square it up pretty nicely, and that takes quick, strong wrist to pull that off. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first.
And up next for Seattle, Luke Raley. Homered last night, added another hit as well. That misses the zone. Ball 1. Tying run is at first. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Snap throw to first. Marlowe dives back in safely. Next offering is in for a strike. Right through there for a strike.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
Well, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there, and I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
Robles in the box here lets that one go for a ball. Now snap throw to first, and he dives back in safely. Two outs. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Next offering upstairs. And strike 2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Next pitch is outside.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Not what he wanted to do there, Boog. That keeps this inning alive and gives this offense a good chance to cut into their deficit.
Here's Donovan Solano. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat. And fouled off. Two on, 2 outs. Strike 2, and there's a real chance they get out of this without allowing a run. The other way, France. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Mariners leave a couple, still behind by a count of 1-0. Back in target field, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Here's the second baseman, Edouard Julien. And a swing and a miss there.
Wow, good luck catching up to that one.
And that's in for a strike. And the count is 0-2.
0-2 is the count.
He gets there with the slide. Fires to first. And very nicely done for the out.
Well, Boog, as an infielder, you have to be ready for anything. In that spot, it required going to the ground, getting a little dirty, and making a strong throw for the out. Great play.
And here comes Carlos Correa. Struck out looking his first time. Sliced hard but foul. Correa, the former first overall pick from Puerto Rico back in 2012, and he blossomed into the American League Rookie of the Year in 2015. That one in there across the letters.
2 strikes to a guy who's already 0 for 1 with the punch out. The only guy in the lineup with that strikeout, but you can't get too relaxed. You still got to make good pitches to get him out.
This one in the air, right field. And that drops foul.
Starting to get some pretty good timing on that breaking ball, but he's going to have to stay ready for a fastball. Don't want to watch one go right by you.
One ball, 2 strikes.
And a ball evens the count. Down on strikes, looking for the second straight plate appearance.
Up next for the Twins.
Here's Royce Lewis.
Third baseman.
RBI single his last time up. Gets the outside corner with that one. Next pitch, a slider that misses outside. Two down, nobody on.
Outside, that's a ball.
Back-to-back breaking pitches away, you get the feeling as a hitter that the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to challenge you. So I think the confidence level is raised right here.
Here's a 2-1. Fastball for a strike at 95.
Goodness, I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at bat. You don't get many like that in that location. I don't know if you take that pitch against any pitcher out there on the mound.
Swings and misses, struck him out. Nothing doing here for the Twins. They're on top, 1-0.
Them don't know me, word to Romy and Naomi. Opinionated, opinions hated, it's all trash. This kid the greatest, it's flaming, it's all gas. Breaking down the young and what I owed him. Trying to fit into an aura that I molded. Off the mold, break the cycle.
And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Xavier Edwards. In there for a strike at the top of the zone.
He's been very consistent with his command out there on the mound, consistently throwing at the knees. Pretty impressive when a guy can repeat his delivery like this.
Close one, doesn't get the call. And a count 1-2. Up the middle, and he boots it. Safe at first, no play. We'll see how they score this.
It doesn't really matter where you are in the lineup. Your job is to get on base and try to start a rally if you're leading off an inning. So an infield single does the job right there. Now we'll see if they can make something happen.
Now here is Julio Rodriguez. And there's a hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Waste no time there. Pitch was away, and he did exactly what you're supposed to do with it. Drive it the other way. Just go with the pitch.
First and second, no outs. Jorge Polanco up next for the Mariners. 0 for 1 so far.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Grounds one to short, and he can't come up with it. Safe at first without a throw. Let's see how they rule this one.
Now batting, the catcher, Mitch Garver.
So bases all loaded up. Garver, the next to hit.
Possibly thinking about home run number 100 here. He's just one.
Ground ball, and that's through the infield. One runs in. Here's the throw to the plate. But it's offline. He will score. It's 2-1.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. Just a simple ground ball the other way that had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
Now it's Randy Arozarena. That just misses, and that's ball one. Right side, Wallner gets there. He's under it, makes the grab. Runner tags at second, and the throw's offline, safe at third.
Now we'll see if moving up to third there pays off for him. He didn't have to tag and go, but now he can score a lot of different ways. Doesn't have to be a base hit. We'll see what happens.
Next to hit, Cade Marlowe. 1 for 1 with a single so far. And that one fouled off. Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. Swing and a miss as he was late.
Don't play situation here. He's been working up in the zone. Typically, you look for guys to get that ground ball. See if he adjusts on this next pitch.
Ground ball left side, could be 2. Throws to second for 1, and that's 2. But 2 runs for him, and they jump ahead. And midway in the 4th, it's the Mariners 2 and the Twins 1. And we're back. John Sciambi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the 4th, Matt Wallner. That is upstairs for ball 1.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
Brings it in, and there's one down.
Up next for the Twins, the catcher, Ryan.
And now the Twins catcher, Ryan Jeffers. And a breaking ball misses outside. On the ground, and that's just foul. Next offering is fouled back. One down, base is empty. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. kicks and deals. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Home team down a run. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. Outside with a breaking ball. Cut on and missed. Curveball struck him out.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count off at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
Here's Trevor Larnach. Worked a walk at his first trip to the plate. That one misses. 1-0.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
The 1-0. Hit hard to the ground and up the middle, base hit. Joey gets on base and keeps it going.
Now batting, the designated hitter,
Now it's the Twins DH, Emmanuel Rodriguez. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. In there for strike 1. And there's a ball.
1-1.
Almost got him.
1 strike. Ball. That's inside.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Two outs. Fouls one away, and now 3-2. So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Up next with a
Ty
twin,
France will
the
hit
first
next.
baseman, Don.
He's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion and he's in full speed.
Larnach, the lead runner, out at second. Rodriguez at first, 2 out of the inning. Out front, rip foul. Swing and a miss. And it's 1-2.
Generally, second, third time through the lineup, you want to be able to lean on those secondary pitches and command them.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side. And that'll do it. Twins strand a pair. They're down 2-1. Welcome back.
Leading
Quite
off
a
with the
pitcher's
Mariners,
duel so
the first
far.
baseman,
Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Allen back to work. A little bit high, and that is ball 1. Raley measures 6 feet 4 inches, 30 years old now, and he was drafted in the 7th round back in 2016. That catches the top part of the zone. Strike 1.
2-1.
Hit hard on the ground to short. Sends it across to first. And the leadoff man set down in their half of the fifth.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
And now it's Victor Robles up to hit. He's 0 for 1. First offering, and it just misses.
Well, it's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Foul ball there. Popped up on the left side of the infield. Lewis makes the grab. 2 down. Two outs, base is empty. Now it's going to be Donovan Solano. He's grounded out a couple of times. That one's in there, and it's 0-1.
0-1.
And that's too high. 2 down, nobody on. And we're at the top of the fifth. That one hit to right. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that'll do it. So they go quietly there. Home half of the fifth coming up. It's the Mariners 2 and the Twins 1. Back in Minnesota, we head to the bottom of the fifth. Leading off, Harrison Bader. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. To the right side, but it kicks foul. And that one is in the dirt. And that's ball 2. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. And the slider just misses.
That's where you want it. It's a good miss.
Hard hit left side. And Bader is out.
Fastball groove right down the middle. Usually a lot of damage done with that pitch. A hard grounder, but he wanted to get that ball in the air. Maybe drive it into the gap.
Edouard Julien, the next Twin up to hit. 0 for 2 in this one. And that one clips the corner.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
That missed by a lot. And the count is 1-1. Lifted in the air, right center field. Marlowe has a beat on it. 2 down.
The batter, number 4, shortstop, Carlos.
Now Correa up to hit. He's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Hard ground ball, base knock. And that keeps the inning alive.
Now batting, the third baseman, Royce.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Royce Lewis. Right side, hard hit. Whips it to first. Inning over. 1 hit, 1 left. 5 innings complete. It's the Mariners 2 and the Twins 1. Back at Target Field, all set for the top of the 6th. And now for Seattle, Xavier Edwards. First pitch doesn't find the zone. The shortstop takes the ball. The 2-0 is in for a strike. And that one missing low. Up the middle, Correa. Over to first. Leadoff man retired in the 6th.
The center fielder, number 44, Julio Rodriguez.
So digging in, Julio Rodriguez. 1 for 2. Outside low, ball 1. Some movement in the Twins bullpen. Cole Sands warming up for manager Rocco Baldelli. Stewart also throwing. Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. Larnach hauls it in, 2 away.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Polanco stands in here, takes ball 1 low. That's to third and foul ball. Right side, France. Throws to first in time, and that is the inning. 3 up, 3 down that time. We go to the bottom half of inning number 6, and the 5, 6, 7 slots due up. It's the Mariners 2 and the Twins 1. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now here is Matt Wallner. First pitch, and he just misses. Activity in the bullpen. Matt Brash, the young right-hander, up and throwing. Spire, the lefty, warming up as well. Swings through that.
Man, that's just a nasty splitter. Bottom falls out of it. You don't see a lot of guys throw that these days, but I tell you what, he's got a good one.
This to third, Solano. There to beat him by an eyelash.
Now batting, the catcher, Ryan Jeffers.
Now the catcher up to hit, Ryan Jeffers. That one off the mark, and it's 1-0. The Twins trailing by a run here in the bottom of the 6th. Not close with that one. 2-1. Swing and a miss.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
And it remains 2-2.
Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his bat down just enough to make contact with that pitch, keep the at-bat alive.
Good job to fight that one off.
He hasn't gotten the result yet, but he's got to feel pretty confident. 3 foul balls in a row. He's right on this pitcher.
Fights it off. He'll see another. 9th pitch of the at-bat due next. Gets a piece and stays alive. One down, base is empty. On the ground to third. Whips it across. He didn't make things easy for him there, but they still get the out.
Good late bite on that slider. Got the hitter out front, rolled over on it. Exactly what he was supposed to do.
Here's the left fielder, Trevor Larnach.
A walk, and he's also singled. And that's in the dirt.
No strike.
And that's a base hit, and that extends the inning.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of this struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Logan Gilbert won't go any further, and he leaves in a 1-run game. New pitcher coming on. We'll be back in a minute.
Now pitching for
Drew Rasmussen will take over here.
And this is an important part of this game. Tight score and still a lot of outs to get. So they're looking for a big outing out of him right here to get some critical outs.
Emmanuel Rodriguez, the next twin up to hit. There's a strike.
But with the tying run at first base, he's looking for something he can get a lot of barrel on. Drive it into a gap and score that run from first base.
Larnach off of first with 2 away. That one pulled foul. Two outs. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. And ball 1.
2 strikes.
That one way inside.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Ripped on a line to center. Rodriguez makes the grab. That is the inning. 1 left for Minnesota, and our score remains 2-1.
Now pitching for
Welcome
the
back.
Twins.
We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound. Cole Sands.
Just trying to keep this one close here. And this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Well, 1-run game. And here's the catcher, Mitch Garver. He's sitting on 99 career homers. We'll see if this is the moment to notch number 100. Fouled off. He was late.
Swing and a foul out of play.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Randy Arozarena up next for the Mariners. Arozarena having a lot more success on the road this season. That's in there. Base is empty, one away here in the top half of inning number 7. That one fouled off. Foul ball, still 0-2. One down, base is empty. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Ball one there. In the air, right field. Wallner drifts towards it. Hauls it in for the out.
The right fielder, number 5, Cade Marlowe.
Cade Marlowe now at the plate. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike.
There it was. 0-0. Here it is. Hit it. He gets a take. Gets ahead in the count.
That one's in there, and that is strike 2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. And that one,
Ball 1.
cutting but missing down low.
Ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Swing and a high fly ball. That's out to center. Makes the grab, and that's the inning.
Now pitching for
We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Matt Brash.
Well, good luck against this guy. He's been extremely tough to hit this year. His numbers are excellent.
So digging in,
Leading
Ty
up for the
France.
Twins, the first baseman, Gunnar Henderson.
That clips the corner. Looking to get the tying run on base. And that one fouled off. And that just misses.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
That one way outside. 2-2. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. A big first out here in the 7th via the punch out.
Yeah, it just does so much to change the outlook of an important inning like this. When you got the leadoff hitter so critical in setting the table when you got a tight game like this. So a strikeout really puts them on their heels.
So here's Bader now, 1 for 3. And that drops in for a strike.
0-1.
Holding on to a 1-run lead here at the bottom of the 7th. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Dives. What a play.
Hitter's got a broken heart on that one.
Now
it had
back,
base hit
second
written
baseman,
all over it.
Edward.
Maybe extra bases. Great
Julian.
diving catch for the upset.
I really hope you listen to the essence of this message. Glad you dressed it so expressive and you're moving in percentage. Advantage adolescence when you always have advantage.
So up next for Minnesota, Edouard Julien. Line drive, knocks it down. Still able to get it there in time. And they do get the out. Nothing across here this half. We look ahead to inning number 8. It's the Mariners 2 and the Twins 1.
Pitching for the
Welcome
Twins.
back, and a new arm on the mound to start
Number
the 8th.
61.
Brock Stewart.
Well, he's been a really tough guy to take deep this
Good work.
season. You usually have to string some hits together in order to get to him.
Now at the plate,
Leading
Luke
off for the
Raley.
Mariners, the first baseman, Luke Raley.
Check swing, and he went. Strike 1.
0-1's the count.
Stewart, 33 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2019. Fastball
Yep,
is
that ball went out.
outside. And there's a strike on the outside corner. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. So the bullpen doing a nice job backing up the effort from their starter.
Yeah, we've seen some pretty excellent pitching out of this staff so far. I mean, they've come in ready to do their job and get outs. They've been pretty tough to get to in this one.
Here's Victor Robles. There's a strike. Swing and a liner foul off to the right. And that
1 ball,
one way
2
outside.
strikes.
And it's 1-2.
0-2 pitch that far out of the zone gives the hitter a little confidence that maybe he can climb back into this at bat.
And
2
that
balls,
skips into
2
third.
strikes.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Been a pretty rough start to this series for him at the plate. 3 strikeouts in the first game yesterday. Another one right there. They've clearly got a great plan for how to deal with this guy right now.
2 down, bases empty. And the batter now, Donovan Solano. 0 for 3 in this one. And that gets the inside corner for a strike. 2 down, nobody on. And we're in the top of the 8th. And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it.
No ball, 2 strikes.
got him looking for the strikeout. And he strikes out the side here in the 8th. Mariners are down in order as they're unable to add to their 2-1 lead. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Gabe Spire.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Here's Carlos Correa.
The shortstop, Carlos Correa.
Slapped hard the other way, but foul. Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. Makes the catch, 1 down.
Up next for the Twins, the third baseman, Royce.
And now it's going to be Royce Lewis. And they've got the no doubles defense set up. Outfielders playing deep, infielders guarding the lines. And that's off the inside edge. Ball 1. Some activity in the Mariners bullpen. Andres Munoz getting ready to go. And that one in the air center field. Rodriguez settles under it. Makes the grab, and there's 2 gone.
Now batting, right fielder, Matt.
And now the right fielder, Matt Wallner. On the corner for a strike.
0-1.
Swing and a miss. No balls, 2 strikes.
0-2.
That pitch started in and ended up on the outside edge, just changing planes, and very difficult, especially for a left-handed hitter to track.
Trying to hold a 1-run lead here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2.
Ball 1.
Swing and a ball popped up. Raley hauls it in to end the inning. So they make short work of them there. Through 8 full, it's the Mariners 2 and the Twins 1. We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Danny Coulomb.
Now pitching,
And he's been really shutting down hitters from the right side of the plate this year. Not a lot of hard contact, not a lot of hits, period.
Coulomb.
And stepping in for the Mariners, Xavier Edwards.
Well, both sides equally as strong, so not a good time to try to turn him around with a relief pitcher and put him on the other side of the plate.
First offering, and it just misses. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Aberson Castellano warming up for manager Rocco Baldelli. Duran, a hard-throwing right-hander, up as well. Out there to center, and it falls. And a good start to the inning.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
At the plate, Julio Rodriguez. And the 0-1. That's down and in. Here comes the pitch. Runner breaks for second. And that's fouled off. 1-run game here in the top of the 9th. On the ground right side. 4, 6, 3. But it's not in time. And they just get one.
The batter number 7. Second baseman, Jorge Polanco.
So up next, Jorge Polanco. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Rodriguez over at first with 1 away. Next pitch is outside. Chris, with that distraction and a speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
Runner.
The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. There's a ball. Throw. Safe. Singy, he definitely showed off the wheels there.
Yeah, and it turned out to be a bang-bang play. StatCast gives us the data, and that stolen base wasn't possible without that sprint speed.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
He did not take the bat off his shoulder the entire at bat.
Now batting.
2 on, 1 out. Now the Mariners catcher, Mitch Garver. That one misses. That's 5 straight.
Well, he's already in some trouble, and falling behind in the count makes it even worse. Then you've got to throw the ball over more of the plate, and that's where they can really do damage against a guy like this.
6 straight outside the strike zone.
Last 2 pitches have been down in the zone. Pitcher clearly trying to get that ground ball double play, but in this count, he's going to have to give in, elevate his pitches, and get back into this at bat.
And a big swing and a miss.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt. Gets talked about a lot, but a good high fastball in a 2-strike situation, it's just become such a problem for hitters in more recent years. But with all of the emphasis by pitchers on developing that spin rate, having a good grip on the baseball, those high fastballs, they kind of look like to the hitter that they're rising, even though they're not, but they're not decreasing in velocity and spin rate. So very difficult to get the barrel on it.
Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Danny Coulombe is done, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this. Coming out of the bullpen for the Twins, Aberson Castellano.
And compared to a lot of other relievers, strikeouts have not been a big weapon for him this year, so the defense should be active.
So 2 down now, and here is Randy Arozarena. And that's through there for a strike. Headed towards the corner. Walner on the run towards the line. He won't get there. That should be extra bases. 1 run is in. Now 2 runs score, and they take a 3-run lead.
No, that was a circus-type play right there. First, it started with a bad angle, and then needing to jump to try to get up and make the catch. Just a bad look all the way around.
So, runner at second, 2 down. And up next for Seattle, Cade Marlowe. That misses the zone, and that's ball one. Runner at second, 2 down. And that gets the top of the zone for a strike.
Looked pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
This one popped up. Lewis squeezes it, and that is that. But they'll pick up a couple runs here, both coming on this 2-run double. It's now a 4-1 ball game. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. We're back, and on the mound is the closer, Andres Munoz.
Now pitching.
Save opportunity for him right here, and he's their guy.
75.
Time to lock this one down and
Andres
get out of here with the W.
And now for the Twins, Ryan Jeffers. 0 for 3, a fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. Just off the outside edge, and that's ball one. Munoz, a former All-Star. He features a slider, a four-seamer, and he works in a sinker.
Right now, behind in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. No free passes. You can't allow that.
And that's in for a strike.
In this situation, you expect the batters to be a little more patient, possibly take until they get a strike. With that, you don't want to miss your opportunity to get ahead early in the count. He didn't right there.
Fouls one off, 2-2.
You could see he was trying to stay back long enough to handle the off-speed pitch, but just a little tardy on the fastball.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Well, that right there is just a pitcher's pitch, tailing away from the hitter, lowering away with some good action at the end. You know, even if he gets the bat to that ball, it's probably just a weak ground ball to the opposite side. Tell you what, that's a tremendous 2-strike pitch.
Larnach in the box now as he leaves that one up high. Base is empty, 1 away. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. And he swings through that one.
1 ball, 1 strike.
With that fastball, even though it's high velocity, you've got to live on the outer edges. When it's right on a tee, right down the middle, professional hitters are not going to have a problem turning it around.
Here in the bottom of the 9th, 1 out. Next to hit, Emmanuel Rodriguez. First pitch misses. Outside. Here's a 2-0. Just missed. Larnach, the base runner at first with 1 out. That one finds the zone. That's strike 1. So a walk puts runners at first and second, and that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
They're not ready to go home quite yet.
First baseman,
Ty France, the next Twin up to hit. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. Ground ball left side, and that goes foul. Tying run at the plate. On the ground to third. Down the line, and it's foul. The 0-2. Called out on strikes. Down to the last out for the Twins.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his third strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
Big spot here, bottom of the ninth, down to their final out, and now Bader up to the plate.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
The tying run at the plate. That misses the zone, and now it's even 1-1.
This is the guy they turn to get the most important outs of the ball game, but they're going to make him work to get this save.
Next pitch misses way outside.
It's a big opportunity right here, but I love the way he's slowing the game down. He's shrinking his zone, making sure he gets the pitch that he wants to hit.
Swing and a line drive, base hit into left field. Heading for the plate. One run's in. Throw cut off, now to the plate. Tag, got him, and that's the ball game.
Well, not all saves come easy, but he didn't let things unravel. Good win for the team today.
And your final 4-2. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.
Nazareth.